Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we're covering a story that many have followed for years, a story that for a long time existed only in whispers and online forums. But now, it's stepping into the light. Today's being called a historic day in global finance, as authenticated official sources have finally confirmed the formal revaluation of the Iraqi Dinar and the Vietnamese Dong. The long period of speculation is officially over, and new exchange rates are set to go live tomorrow morning. For those who have been tracking this journey, this isn't just a monetary adjustment. It's the culmination of an emotional saga, a shift from rumor to documented policy. This historic rollout has been planned with incredible precision. The new values are scheduled to activate at exactly 6 a.m. GMT plus 3. That's midnight tonight Eastern Time in the United States. This timing coincides with the start of the business day in both Iraq and Vietnam, and was strategically chosen to minimize disruption to major trading cycles. It gives the global banking system a controlled window to manage the initial transition before the world's markets fully open, highlighting just how carefully this event has been orchestrated. To make this happen, the global banking infrastructure has undergone extensive preparations. Major institutions like JP Morgan Chase, Wells Fargo, Citi, and HSBC have all confirmed they are operationally ready. This has involved massive internal upgrades, including significant software enhancements and expanded transaction monitoring systems to handle the anticipated surge in volume. These measures are critical to maintaining market confidence and ensuring a smooth, orderly process under the intense public and regulatory spotlight. Cybersecurity has been a cornerstone of this entire process. Financial institutions have run rigorous stress tests and simulations to protect against fraud, data breaches, and any attempts at transaction manipulation, which are always a risk during major financial events. At the same time, internal compliance teams have finalized reviews to ensure every single transaction will adhere to strict anti-money laundering and know-your-customer protocols. Essentially, they've built a fortress of technical and regulatory safety to protect this exchange. Now, let's talk about how the redemption process will actually work, because this is crucial. It will not be a first-come, first-served free-for-all. Exchanging your Dinar and Dong will happen through a strict appointment-based system only. Walk-ins will not be permitted. This structure is designed to manage crowds, protect client privacy, and ensure the stability of the banking system. It allows banks to dedicate specialized personnel, including compliance officers and technical support to each appointment, which helps ensure accurate valuation and minimizes the risk of errors or regulatory issues. From a security standpoint, this appointment-only system is vital for everyone involved. By limiting public access, banks can better shield individuals from potential threats like theft or social engineering attacks that often target high-profile financial events. For anyone redeeming a substantial amount, this discretion is absolutely essential for personal safety and long-term financial security. It might feel a bit restrictive, but financial professionals are clear. Accepting these procedures is a necessary trade-off for a secure and smooth redemption. So what about the numbers everyone is waiting for? Analyst projections based on internal modeling and macroeconomic indicators have been fueling intense discussion. Current models suggest the Iraqi dinar could revalue to somewhere between $14 and $22 per note. The Vietnamese Dong is projected to reach a value near $1.35 per note. It is critical to understand these are theoretical projections, not guaranteed rates. The final, official values will be set by monetary policy and market mechanisms after activation. These models are planning tools to help you understand the potential scale of this financial shift. These projections aren't just pulled out of thin air. They are reportedly grounded in deep analysis of both nations' economic fundamentals. For Iraq, analysts point to its vast natural resources, national reserve strength, and economic output. For Vietnam, it's the nation's robust manufacturing and export sector. These tangible assets provide a basis for the valuations, separating them from pure speculation. While supporters see these models as justified, skeptics rightly advise caution, reminding us of unpredictable factors like political stability. The professional consensus is to treat these rates as plausible scenarios for planning, not as certainties. Even viewed conservatively, the potential financial impact for currency holders could be substantial. For many, Redemption at these projected levels could bring newfound flexibility, like eliminating high-interest debt or finally building a solid emergency fund. For those with larger holdings, the implications could be completely transformative, possibly enabling early retirement, business investments, or creating a diversified portfolio. But financial planners are quick to emphasize that long-term success depends less on the initial exchange and more on the decisions you make afterward. Disciplined planning and professional guidance are essential to preserve and grow your new wealth. Advisors also highlight the psychological side of sudden wealth. Rapid financial change can often lead to impulsive, emotional decisions. History is filled with stories of lottery winners who lost it all because they lacked a clear strategy. To avoid this, experts recommend a cooling-off period before making any major lifestyle changes or investments. This gives you time to rationally assess your risk tolerance and long-term goals. The bottom line is this: redemption isn't the finish line. It's the starting line of a new, complex financial chapter that requires careful and ongoing stewardship. Now for some important logistical details. Eligibility. To be eligible for redemption, only specific notes will be accepted. For the Iraqi Dinar, only notes issued after 2003 are valid. For the Vietnamese Dong, it's notes issued after 2005. This reflects key monetary policy changes and modern security features. Notes that are excessively worn, damaged, or fall outside these dates might face extra review or even be rejected. This scrutiny is necessary to maintain the integrity of the exchange and prevent counterfeiting. The authentication process itself will be very sophisticated, using a mix of traditional and advanced methods. There is talk of using blockchain-based tools to track issuance, series, and biometric identification like fingerprint or facial recognition to verify your identity. These measures are designed to stop fraud, prevent duplicate claims, and ensure compliance with international regulations. You will also need to provide standard documentation, like a government-issued ID and proof of residence. Any discrepancies in your paperwork could trigger extended reviews, so being thoroughly prepared is your best strategy. Given all this complexity, you are strongly urged to approach your redemption appointment with preparation and realistic expectations. Seeking advice from financial advisors, accountants, and legal professionals can be invaluable. They can help you navigate the broader implications, especially tax obligations. In many places, large exchanges automatically trigger reports to tax authorities. Failing to plan for those liabilities can result in significant penalties. Professional guidance can also help you structure the proceeds for long-term growth and efficiency. Ultimately, arriving at your appointment with complete, accurate documentation is the single best thing you can do for a successful and timely redemption. Thank you for watching, and be sure to follow for more updates. To manage transaction volume and diverse client needs, banks will organize redemptions into a structured tier system. Tier 1, for amounts up to $250,000. Will focus on standard advisory services and basic deposit options for straightforward liquidity needs. Tier R, covering Rsh1 million to ETH million. Unlocks advanced planning options like tax-deferred accounts, annuities, and introductory trust structures with personalized advisory support. Tier 3, for sums exceeding $1 million, involves highly customized strategies, including family trusts, private foundations, and legacy planning for multi-generational asset protection. Financial experts caution that while lump sum payouts are an option, they can carry substantial immediate tax consequences. Structured distributions or specific financial vehicles may offer greater long-term efficiency and value preservation. Advisors emphasize that tier placement is not a status indicator, but a framework. To match service complexity to the financial event, thoughtful engagement with these structures and professional advice is viewed as essential to avoid unintended consequences and ensure the transition serves the holder's best interests for decades. Authorities and institutions are issuing strong warnings about heightened fraud risks. Scammers often exploit anticipation by posing as official representatives. Remember, no legitimate institution will solicit personal information, physical currency, or advanced fees via unsecured channels like unsolicited emails or social media. Communications promising early access or preferential rates should be treated with extreme caution. All official appointments will be coordinated through secure, encrypted systems. Holders must verify every communication directly through a bank's official website or recognized local branch. Vigilance is now as crucial as the patience required during the long wait. Experts advise holders to limit sharing information about their currency holdings or appointment status, even with acquaintances, to reduce targeting risks. Maintaining healthy skepticism and adhering strictly to official procedures are the most effective defenses during this high-activity period. By verifying each step and working solely with licensed professionals, holders can protect their interests and ensure a safe, secure redemption process, avoiding unnecessary risks. Beyond the immediate exchange, many analysts interpret this revaluation as a deliberate move within a shifting global economic order. Iraq's strategy is seen as part of a broader push for economic normalization and regional stability, anchored in verifiable assets like substantial oil reserves, gold holdings, and growing foreign currency reserves. This asset-backed approach aims to provide structural credibility and mitigate volatility, signaling a commitment to international transparency standards. Thus, the revaluation is framed as a strategic step in a long-range monetary realignment to reintegrate Iraq into the global financial system as a stable participant. Vietnam continues to solidify its status as a global manufacturing and export powerhouse, a trajectory providing fundamental support for the dong's valuation. The country has leveraged competitive labor costs and a skilled workforce to attract significant foreign direct investment, indicating strong institutional confidence. Favorable trade relationships ensure steady demand for its electronics, textiles, and industrial goods. Domestic reforms enhancing regulatory transparency and infrastructure have also created a more predictable business environment. For dong holders, the narrative is one of sustained growth and strategic positioning, offering a logical basis for the reported monetary policy transition. As the activation hour nears, the emphasis for all currency holders must be on discipline, clarity, and intentionality. Each decision in the coming days, from account selection to investment choices, will shape the long-term outcome. Wealth managed thoughtfully with professional guidance can forge a powerful foundation for stability and impact. Conversely, wealth managed hastily can introduce new stress and vulnerability. The shift from holding a speculative asset to managing realized wealth requires a deliberate change in mindset. Taking time to process this change and define clear goals is as vital as the technical redemption details. World Finance Pulse remains committed to delivering ongoing updates, expert analysis, and neutral perspective as this complex process unfolds. We aim to provide the information needed to navigate this evolving environment with clarity and caution. For many, today signifies not an end, but the start of a new chapter, defined by responsibility and measured action. We encourage all holders to stay informed via official sources and rely on licensed professionals. The road ahead holds potential, provided it is traveled with the same diligence that brought you to this pivotal moment. The path forward is now clearly delineated by established international banking protocols. This historic transition stands at the intersection of global economics, national policy, and individual resilience worldwide. We will continue monitoring and providing the latest documented information. For now, focus remains on final preparations and strict adherence to official guidance from authorized channels. Stay informed, stay vigilant, and let professional discipline guide every step into this next financial chapter.